Hey everybody, welcome into Rock Painting 101. Today we've got a fun new tutorial for you for the Halloween season. We are doing haunted house rocks. Now, doing haunted house rocks are actually fairly easy to do once you break down kind of how to build your houses. I've got a whole bunch of different finished ones that I've got here. We're just doing one in the tutorial, but once you see the breakdown of how to do it, you'll be able to create all sorts of different styles of haunted houses. So if you enjoyed the video, take a second to give it a thumbs up. As of course, don't forget to subscribe and let me know what you think in the comments below. If there's anything Halloweenish I haven't covered yet, maybe I'll have time to still create a tutorial for it. So coming up on Halloween, I just wanted to come out with a few more quick and easy rocks you can do. I've had a few people actually request this one, so I thought I'd do a quick tutorial. Now the base coat on this is just a swipe style base coat. I put down orange, yellow, orange, and took a big brush, went back and forth, base coated a bunch of different rocks the exact same way. That tutorial is on rockpainting101.com if you want to find it. It's a quick base coating style. Now you could do solid colors under these, you could do pour painted rocks under these. I've seen a lot of different things. Building a haunted house is actually easier than you might think, only because there's really not a lot of rules to like proportions and things like that when it comes to a haunted house. So you can really let your imagination fly and have a good time with this one. Don't overthink it. Yours does not have to match my design. I'm just going to show you how to kind of set it up, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is create some of our peaks to our house. So we'll give it a nice big one here in the center, like so. And then you can do one off to the side if you want. Like I said, the peaks don't even have to be perfect. You can have one slanting to the side, and maybe we have just this tiny one over here off to the side. We'll figure out what that's for later, okay? Next, we have to get the house down to the ground, right? So let's give ourselves some ground to aim for here. I'm just gonna do a line across the bottom. Bumpy soil, you know. So we've got to get the house down to the ground, okay? So we're gonna start by building from the biggest section first, right? So this is probably our upper story. So we've got that there, and then we are going to have maybe it come out a little bit more. Another roof line, and then maybe that makes it get all the way to the ground, like so. Now you got to decide where these little extras are going to come from, so we can have a second little add-on that comes popping out from over here. You can even just go like that. You can think of kind of castles. They do a lot of stuff that looks like a castle. Maybe this is just a whole different little spire that comes just off to the side up here on the top. Like I said, no rules whatsoever to these. You can make them however you want. Now if you've got that there, then you can maybe have it come all the way down to the ground like so. All right, so once you've got your basic structure here, then you add in your windows. Now the windows are the same thing. There's not going to be a lot of rules. Just put whatever shapes and styles of windows you want. I would give them some lines inside like so. This is when it's going to be where the color pops through, so you do want to have a good amount of windows on here. Okay. They can be crooked though. I mean, really, like I said, there's really not a lot of rules to these. Okay, this is a roof line, so there probably wouldn't be a window on that part. Let's do some super tall windows here. Like so. All right, so once you've got your windows on there, we're going to start to color this in black. So I've got my 1M here. I was looking for my larger one. I don't have it over here. I'm going to start coloring in close to the details. Like if you've got skinny spaces, go ahead and fill that in with your 1M pen. or a brush and a small lining brush works too. If you've got bigger spaces, you can grab a bigger pen. I probably will get away with doing all of this with my 1M pen minus the ground. So I'm going to color all of this in, everything but the windows. And I'm going to speed some portions of this up just because I think you get what I'm doing here. And then we'll be back. Now, if you've got small spaces where you weren't able to actually put a window in, you can go in here when you're coloring it and just leave behind a tiny little square. See how simple that is? Now all of a sudden you've got a window there without having to actually outline it. I'm going to do the same thing in the section right below here. As I fill this in, I can leave behind that tiny little slit of a square where people can see out. Okay, once you've got your basic silhouette part filled in, it's already looking really super cute. But when you see your silhouette, that's when you're going to start to see spaces where you can really embellish the areas a little bit. Like right here, I feel like the roof line, once it was all colored in, looks kind of simple. So I'm going to actually bring it out to the side over here so that it has like this point off to the side like that. Okay, and then I can even do that on this side a little bit. Make sure you get these nice points. Now you can add extra embellishments too, because like I said, there's no rules on a haunted house. So anything you can add silhouette style can make it look fun. We could do like some little gravestones over here off to the side, like that. You could add like a fence line over here off to this side of the house. We're gonna have this going to the edge, and I'll show you, we'll finish it off over here on the edge in a minute. You could have like a really crooked, strange chimney that kind of comes off this side of the house. I mean, you really have unlimited options of what you can do on these houses. You could even have this roof have like a weird little off to the side thing. Here we go, like that. Okay, so continue to add whatever you want on your house. Make sure you've got all those spots on the inside filled in really well, okay? And then to finish this up, especially because I'm on a light rock and I've got this edge because of how I base coated it, and this will also help the brightness pop, I'm just gonna go all the way around the outside with my big 5M. You can easily do this with a brush as well. And we're going to create a border like this all the way around. It's just going to give it a nice finished edge to our design. But as you can see, doing haunted house silhouettes does not have to be intimidating once you've seen it broken down a little bit. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. We've got lots of other Halloween rocks that are perfect for beginners in the archive. So that little playlist will pop up here for you. Don't forget to subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you think. I love to see what you guys think of the rocks. Kind of helps me decide if which direction to go. So everybody have a wonderful day. We'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.